Unveiling the Holocaust's Horrors. Welcome to our channel. Today, we explore a dark chapter in human history, the Holocaust. This tragic period stands as a stark reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the resilience of the human spirit. Join us as we delve into the events, stories, and lessons of this somber era. Imagine a world where millions are persecuted and exterminated simply for who they are. The Holocaust, orchestrated by the Nazi regime, saw the systematic murder of 6 million Jews and millions of others. This unimaginable atrocity serves as a chilling testament to the dangers of unchecked hatred and bigotry. What was the Holocaust? It was the genocide of Jews, along with other marginalized groups, by Nazi Germany and its collaborators between 1941 and 1945. This state-sponsored persecution aimed to annihilate entire communities, leaving a permanent scar on human history and a solemn duty to remember and educate. The rise of the Nazi regime in Germany marked the beginning of this dark chapter. Adolf Hitler and his party exploited economic woes, political instability, and deep-seated prejudices to seize power. Their extremist ideology, driven by notions of racial purity, set the stage for unprecedented levels of violence and intolerance. The roots and spread of anti-Semitism in Europe provided fertile ground for Nazi ideology to flourish. Centuries-old prejudices against Jews were manipulated by the Nazis to justify their genocidal campaign. Propaganda, discriminatory laws, and social isolation facilitated the dehumanization and eventual mass murder of millions of innocent people. The Nuremberg Laws, enacted in 1935, legally codified racial discrimination in Nazi Germany. These laws stripped Jews of citizenship and prohibited marriage between Jews and non-Jews. This legal framework institutionalized anti-Semitism, laying the groundwork for further atrocities and marginalizing Jews from society, exacerbating their plight under the Nazi regime. Kristallnacht, or the Night of Broken Glass, occurred on November 9, 1938. During this pogrom, Nazis destroyed Jewish businesses, synagogues, and homes. Thousands of Jews were arrested, and many were killed. This event marked a significant escalation in Nazi persecution, signaling the beginning of more violent and systematic oppression. Jewish ghettos were established across Nazi-occupied Europe, confining Jews to overcrowded, impoverished areas. Conditions were deplorable, with limited food, inadequate sanitation, and rampant disease. Ghettos served as holding areas before mass deportations to camps, further isolating and dehumanizing Jewish communities, stripping them of their dignity and humanity. Mass deportations began in the early 1940s, forcibly transferring Jews from ghettos to concentration and extermination camps. Transported in inhumane conditions, many perished en route. These deportations were a key component of the Nazis' final solution, aiming to systematically annihilate the Jewish population through industrial-scale murder. Auschwitz, the most infamous of the Nazi death camps, became a symbol of the Holocaust's horrors. It was a complex of concentration, extermination, and labor camps where over 1 million people, predominantly Jews, were murdered. Auschwitz's gas chambers, brutal work conditions, and medical experiments epitomize the regime's ruthless efficiency in executing genocide. The Holocaust saw the establishment of numerous concentration and extermination camps across Nazi-occupied Europe. These camps were designed to systematically dehumanize, exploit, and annihilate millions. Places like Treblinka, Sobibor, and Majdanek became synonymous with terror and death, as countless lives were extinguished in brutal, inhumane conditions. Daily life in concentration camps was a relentless struggle for survival. Prisoners faced extreme overcrowding, starvation, forced labor, and constant abuse. Disease was rampant, and medical care was virtually non-existent. The sheer brutality and dehumanization left lasting scars on those who managed to survive. Amidst the horror, stories of survival shine through, providing a glimpse into the resilience of the human spirit. Holocaust survivors recount harrowing experiences of loss, suffering, and sheer willpower. Their testimonies are vital in preserving the memory of the atrocities and ensuring such horrors are never repeated. Resistance during the Holocaust came in various forms, from organized uprisings within the ghettos and camps to individual acts of defiance. Jews and other persecuted groups risked their lives to sabotage Nazi efforts, provide aid, and maintain dignity. Their bravery remains a testament to the strength of human courage. The Holocaust's brutality extended beyond the Jewish community, targeting Roma, disabled individuals, LGBTQ+ people, and others. These groups faced persecution, sterilization, and murder under Nazi ideology. Acknowledging their suffering is essential in understanding the full scope of the Holocaust atrocities and honoring all victims. The Nazis conducted horrific medical experiments on prisoners, often without consent, subjecting them to extreme pain and suffering. These experiments aimed to advance Nazi racial theories and military objectives. Victims endured procedures that included forced sterilization, exposure to diseases, and traumatic surgeries, leaving many scarred physically and psychologically. The liberation of Nazi concentration camps by Allied forces revealed the full extent of the Holocaust's atrocities. As soldiers entered these camps, they encountered emaciated survivors and piles of corpses. The scenes were harrowing and brought the horrors of the Holocaust to global attention, leading to widespread shock and outrage. After the Holocaust, the world faced the monumental task of addressing the aftermath. Displaced persons camps were established to aid survivors, and the international community began grappling with how to bring perpetrators to justice. The immediate post-war period was marked by efforts to rebuild lives and remember the victims. The Nuremberg trials were a significant milestone in international justice, prosecuting high-ranking Nazi officials for war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. These trials set a precedent for holding individuals accountable for such atrocities, emphasizing the need for legal mechanisms to address gross human rights violations. Holocaust denial is a disturbing trend that seeks to undermine historical truth and perpetuate hate. Deniers often use misinformation and pseudoscience to question the reality of the Holocaust. Combating this dangerous rhetoric is essential to honor the memory of victims and prevent the recurrence of such atrocities. Holocaust memorials serve as solemn reminders of the atrocities committed and the lives lost. They offer spaces for reflection, education, and remembrance. These sites, scattered worldwide, ensure that the memories of the victims endure, fostering a collective vow to prevent such horrors from happening again. Education plays a crucial role in preserving the memory of the Holocaust. Through school programs, university courses, and public lectures, we pass on the stories and lessons of this dark chapter. By educating future generations, we cultivate awareness and vigilance against the seeds of hatred and intolerance. The Holocaust's impact on survivors has been profound and enduring. Many live with the trauma of their experiences, facing physical and emotional scars. Despite this, countless survivors have shared their stories, contributing to a broader understanding and ensuring that the world never forgets the horrors they endured. The children of Holocaust survivors often bear the weight of their parents' trauma. This second generation grapples with inherited grief and resilience, striving to understand their family's past while forging their own identities. Their experiences highlight the long-lasting and intergenerational effects of such profound historical events. Art and literature have become powerful mediums for representing the Holocaust. Through novels, paintings, and poetry, artists and writers convey the emotional depth and complex realities of this period. These works serve as poignant reminders, offering both catharsis and education to audiences across the globe. Films and media have played a significant role in depicting the Holocaust, offering powerful visual narratives that educate and evoke deep emotions. Iconic films like Schindler's List and documentaries, such as Shoah, provide harrowing insights into the atrocities, ensuring the stories of survivors and victims reach a global audience. Museums dedicated to the Holocaust offer immersive experiences that contextualize the historical events. Exhibits often feature personal artifacts, survivor testimonies, and detailed displays of camp conditions. These institutions serve as critical educational resources, helping visitors understand the magnitude of the Holocaust and its enduring impact on humanity. Documentaries serve as crucial educational tools, presenting in-depth investigations and first-hand accounts of the Holocaust. Films like The Last Days and Night and Fog provide comprehensive historical analyses and personal stories, helping viewers grasp the complex realities faced by victims and the moral imperatives of remembrance. Personal stories of Holocaust survivors bring an invaluable human perspective to the historical narrative. These accounts reveal the resilience and courage of individuals who endured unimaginable suffering. By sharing their experiences, survivors offer profound lessons in humanity, ensuring that future generations understand the personal toll of this atrocity. Interviews with Holocaust historians provide expert insights into the events and their broader implications. These scholars offer nuanced analyses, debunk myths, and emphasize the importance of accurate historical understanding. Their expertise helps contextualize individual stories within the larger framework of the Holocaust, enriching public knowledge and fostering informed discussions. The Holocaust claimed the lives of more than 1 million children, each a story of innocence lost amidst unimaginable horror. From infants to adolescents, Jewish children, along with Roma and disabled children, faced brutal extermination. Their fates serve as a grim reminder of the depth of human cruelty they endured. Hidden children represent a poignant chapter of Holocaust history. Many Jewish parents made the heart-wrenching decision to hide their children with non-Jewish families. These courageous rescuers risked their lives daily, offering sanctuary and hope. The stories of these hidden children and their saviors stand as powerful testaments to human bravery. The righteous among the nations honors non-Jews who risked everything to save Jewish lives during the Holocaust. These courageous individuals, driven by moral conviction, provided shelter, false papers, and safe passage. Their selfless acts of humanity shine brightly amid the darkness, exemplifying the potential for good in the face of evil. Holocaust education today faces numerous challenges, yet remains essential. Schools, museums, and organizations work tirelessly to ensure that future generations understand the atrocities committed. By fostering awareness and empathy, educational programs aim to prevent history from repeating itself, stressing the importance of vigilance against hatred and intolerance. The global impact of the Holocaust extends far beyond its historical timeframe. It has reshaped international laws, human rights policies, and collective memory. The lessons learned underscore the necessity of combating hate and preventing genocide. Reflecting on this dark chapter encourages a commitment to fostering a more just and compassionate world. The Holocaust's devastating impact offers critical lessons for understanding and preventing modern genocides. By examining the mechanisms of dehumanization and systemic violence, we can recognize early warning signs. Acknowledging these patterns is crucial for global awareness and intervention, ensuring that history's darkest chapters are never repeated. Fighting hate and intolerance is an ongoing battle requiring vigilance and commitment. It begins with education and extends to challenging harmful ideologies in everyday life. By fostering empathy and understanding, we can build a more inclusive and just society, honoring the memory of those who suffered. Viewers are encouraged to take an active role in combating Holocaust denial and misinformation. Share accurate historical information, support educational initiatives, and engage in conversations about the Holocaust's significance. Together, we can ensure that future generations understand the importance of remembrance and the dangers of hatred. To deepen your understanding, explore resources such as books, documentaries, and reputable websites dedicated to Holocaust education. These materials provide valuable insights and personal stories that bring history to life, fostering a deeper connection to the past and its lessons for the present and future. Reflecting on the Holocaust's lessons underscores the importance of remembrance and education. By keeping these memories alive, we honor the victims and reinforce the need for vigilance against hate. Let us commit to building a world where such atrocities are never allowed to occur again.